Yo, what is up, everybody? This is Jake, Monster Jake, coming to you. We are wrapping up the series of Build a Wing or Build with a Bro. This series we built a 30-inch Mini Z. So a couple quick things. I ended up checking a few things out last night and ended up having a bad motor, probably from sitting too long. Smoked up on me, but went ahead and wired up another spare motor that I had hanging around. So we're going to go over that. I'm going to do my best. I know that it'll be backwards, but I'm going to put the video on my radio so you guys can see kind of what I'm looking at and what I'm setting up. Then you'll see the wing behind that, and we'll get this thing going. So hopefully we'll have a couple people join on, but I'm gonna kind of spin this thing around. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it okay. So there she is, looking good. I went in and put a little tape on these to hold them down a little bit. Got my battery bay in there. I put a little strap here, kind of hold a few things down. I'm going to do a few things, maybe off camera, maybe on camera, but I'm going to set up my adjustments on my camera so that I can have some OSD. We still need to, mount these bolts into these holes here on the motor mount. But then, other than that, all we're really doing is we're setting this thing up and looking for movement. So, without further ado, I'm going to try to use what I've got handy right here. Yeah, decent setting. Here, that might not work. Maybe if we put it this way. Yeah, that's fine. I think you guys can kind of see that. Point down just a little bit there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to obviously turn our radio on. On the last session, we
Welcome to OpenTX.
We went ahead and so the failsafe has not been set yet. So we just set this one up, hitting page. Failsafe is going to be with the receiver. So let's pass it up here. There it is, failsafe mode. No pulses. So there we go, no pulses. We'll set the failsafe up on the receiver as well. So we're already bound. I got throttle timer there. Channel 1 is the radio or the motor, which is your throttle. Channel 2 is the elevons. And we're going to have to make some adjustments, I'm sure, with that. But we're going to check a few things out here first. So I had this set up for my camera, but I'm going to go ahead and take this out. And we'll use this to set up for the battery. I just realized I don't have that. I didn't poke a hole in that thing, but anyway, we'll put the battery in and we'll go from there. So alright, let's go ahead and we're going to power this bad boy up. Fits in there fairly snug. Radio's on. Receiver has already been bound. We did that in the last video. Showed you guys how to do that. So obviously we got the right stuff going on. You can hear the radio chime in here. But so first thing I want to do, I want to check the motor rotation. So motor is spinning this way. So I want to make sure when I use my props, when I put them on there, that it is on the prop going on the right way. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it didn't. I can show you here, or try to do it here. But when I give it a little bit of throttle, it's not coming on, and then it comes on about half stick. So I'll show you guys real quick. This is how you manually manually do the ESC calibration. So I'm going to set her back up. I'm going to unplug her. So she's unplugged. What I'm going to do with my radio is I'm going to go full throttle on my radio, and then I'm going to plug her back in. See the beeps there? When I did that, then I'm going to go down, and it's setting it. Okay, so now it's set. So now if you can watch here, hopefully you guys can see that stick, but as soon as I give a little bit of throttle, she starts going. So hopefully you guys can see that okay. But as soon as I give her a little bit of throttle, she's up there. Sounds good. Alright, so the other thing that we're going to check here is the elevon movement. So sorry, get a little beverage there. So we're going to look at these here. So what you want to have happen is when you pull back on the stick, both of them should go up. So you see how they alternate? We're not getting the right movement there. Okay, when I go to the side, they're going the way that I want them to go whenever I'm pulling back and up. So that's going to be in here. We're going to go to our inside of our Tirana. So I'm going to hit page, flight modes, inputs, everything looks good. We'll make some adjustments there. And then here on the mixer is where you're going to want to make your changes here. So you can see elevon, elevator, everything's there. You got 50, negative 50, 50, 50. So you want to, I always like to put these at 100. I'll show you, I'll go back and show you what I do on setting everything up on a switch. So first things we want to do, we want to get the control surfaces doing what we want them to do. So we're going to click and hold this, hit edit. I'm going to increase, I'm actually going to lower this to negative 100 because I want them at 100. And I'll show you how to set these things up for our throws. So 100, click, exit, exit. Now I'm at negative 100. I believe I want to, I'm only going to mess with a couple. So as you're working this, you can kind of, so now they're doing what they need to be doing, right? I don't know if you can notice, but that left side over here is moving way more than the right side. See, and they're still doing the funky stuff there. So then I want to change all this stuff. So channel 3, edit. I want to go to let's go negative 100 on this one as well.
RF signal critical, telemetry lost.
Negative 100 there. Let's look at her.
Recovered.
So now I'm doing it, it's going. So I want these two to be opposite, so I'm going to go positive 100 on this one. And I just mess with these until I get them right. Obviously this is all testing out, so you want to have it there, there. I'm going to change this to positive, or yeah, positive 100.
Telemetry lost.
I'm basically just backing everything out and resetting it. So then I'm going to go positive 100 on this one too, and we'll see what that does. So here we go with the stick movement. Okay, they're moving the right way, right way. Right turn, you want your right elevon if you're looking at it from the back to go up. Left turn, okay, they're doing what they need to be doing now. Okay, obviously you see there's big movements there, right? You do not want to have a lot of movement on these elevons when you're doing this. So I'm going to leave these at 100. So the possibility is that they can go to 100. So now I'm going to go back into here, and this is where we can set everything up on a switch. So I'm going to copy my elevon and elevator. So copy, go down, paste. Go up here, copy. I'm going to set up 3 different switches. Paste. Same thing here. Edit. Whoops. I want to edit. I want to copy it. Copy. Down one. Up here. Enter. Hard enter. Copy. Put it down here. Good to go. So now we're going to set this up on a switch. So click and hold. Edit. Okay. Source elevon. Weight. Let's change this down to about 30. Okay, you can see your little slider. This is how much movement it's going to give us. 30, off, go, switch. See that little icon there? Click it. I put mine on this switch so I can have a three position switch. Forward I want to have as my lowest movement. So there's my lowest movement there. So that's good. So then click, exit, exit. So you see that 30's there. Okay. So we're going to go to this guy. What you have to do on these is you want to make sure, and I'm going to go down to probably, I had 30 there, I'm going to go to 50 on this one. We're just going to see where this is at. Okay, we got to put it on that switch. Main thing here, make sure that you're putting this on the switch. So this is at my medium switch. So that's in the medium switch. So then I let go, exit. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to quite have it at 100. I'm probably going to go to like 75. I know that I'm not going to need that much movement. And you can do all that in the other screen as well. So the big thing in here, I want to get this on the switch, so that when I click this switch, I'm going. That's going to be my highest rates. So it's going to let it move the most. So I've got that all there. Okay. So then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to match this 30, 50, 75, and I'm going to put it on that switch. So edit. So we're down to 30 here.
Telemetry lost.
Yeah, sorry, the wing's really close. So again, we're going to set this up on the switch. So this is my low rate, so 30 is there. Okay. Edit. We got 70, or I'm sorry, 50 here. Hopefully you guys are able to see that okay. We're going to go on the switch. That's my medium rate, so I'm going to click my switch, enter, exit, exit, enter, edit. This one I've got at 75, so I'm going to go down to 75, enter. Remember to put it on the switch. You got to have them on this switch and tell it to recognize that switch to change, or else it will just not recognize anything and you'll lose control. So one thing to take note here, 30, 50, 75, 30, 50, 75. I've got my switch all the way up. So I'm on my 75% rates. Watch the numbers on here if you can. Oh, we got on, so you guys haven't been able to see absolutely any of that. Alright, so what I did, I just repeated the same steps. Hopefully you guys caught most of that. But everything is set up. I went in and edited these. You can see them there. One thing to notice, so click and hold, edit, weight. Make your weight down. You don't need a lot of movement on your elevons. I'm at 30 here. And then go down to the switch and make sure you set that up on a switch. I've got this set up on this switch here. So I don't want to change anything. One thing you'll know when you have it right, if you see 75, 75 is highlighted, that's because my switch is all the way up. Watch it when I move my switch. When I move this switch to the middle position, all the 50s light up. Let me get that guy out of your way. See how the 50s are lit up? And then I'm on my front one, all the 30s light up. I am good to go. So you see that? They all move in sequence. Okay? So what that's going to do is that limits the weight of that movement. While that switch is on, when I do it now, I get little movements, little movements, little movements. I click my switch up. I get more movement, more movement, more movement. Okay? Click my switch up one more time. I've got some big time movement going on, okay? So that's how you set it up on a switch. I can already tell it's just, this is going to be way too much middle rates, but I'll make some minor adjustments. You can always drop these things down. So we've got the elevons moving the way that we want to. Everything's working properly. 100% channel 1, channel 2, your mixer. Output special functions. Where's it? Logical switches. I think it's special functions. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to set this up on a arm switch. So when this is in this position, it can kill all the throttle, so you don't have that mistaken motor spin. So, but what I'm going to do is have to go back in. Let me go into one of my other ones that I've got. I've got set up properly. I just want to see where, I believe it is in my, okay, right here. Special feature. So I've got these on play tracks, 1 power source. You guys can go back in the Tranis and figure all that stuff out. But we might set that up real quick. But one time, and then this override switch is checked. Negative 100%. So that means when I hit that switch, it's going to override channel 1 and drop it to negative 100. So no matter what I do with these sticks, that motor will not spin. So let's go back into our 30-inch Mini Z. Select model, page. Special functions. There's your override channel 1. Make this negative 1, so it's going to put it automatically at negative 100. We're going to check that box, exit. I just want to make sure. Okay, so at that position, it's going to drop it to negative 100. So enter, exit. Let's go down to here. Well, no, we want to, I want this on this one, so that's going to be SC1. Override, I don't want it override, I want to volume, set fail save play sound. I think I got this at, I think it's play track. So
RF signal critical, telemetry lost, telemetry recovered.
Yeah, play track, that's what I wanted.
Telemetry lost, telemetry recovered.
Flight mode 1, plays it one time, exit, go down to special function
Telemetry
2,
lost, telemetry recovered.
SE1, enter, page, play
Telemetry
track,
lost.
go to play track. I like this one to be power or in race. So I got power, I should go to power here.
Telemetry recovered.
Okay, okay, yeah,
RF signal
power.
critical, telemetry lost.
Plays it one time, exit, in
Telemetry
here.
recovered.
Set this guy up on full ride. We're going to play track. I'm going to go flight mode, race, exit, exit, exit. So now,
Flight mode power.
power.
Telemetry lost. Flight mode 1. Flight mode power. Flight mode race.
Okay.
Flight mode power. Flight mode 1. Telemetry recovered.
So now I've got, so you can
RF
see I've got
signal
control,
closed.
right? Okay, I'm in my
Telemetry
my
lost.
weakest flight mode. Okay, and then
Telemetry Battery
it
recovered.
shouldn't have the motor spin up because I'm in that position. See that? I'm moving that stick, no motor movement. I flip this switch up, all of a sudden I got motor movement. Okay, so set all that up. That's pretty much it, guys. That is setting up your Tyrannus for the wing. Fairly simple, fairly cut and dry. So let's see. See if anybody has anything to add there. You still hanging with me, dude?
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and unplug this right now because my VTX is probably smoking hot right now.
RF signal critical.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Relaunch.
So did you catch all that? Were you able to see the screen okay?
I saw some of the screen.
Okay. Well, if everybody caught that. That was setting it up in the radio. I put it on the logical switch. You can set your rates, your weight onto that switch. Yeah, the only other thing to do, like right now, is I'm going to mess with the OSD. I'm going to screw in the motor mount screws, and man, she's pretty much done. So we should be good to go on this maiden. So I guess the next video I'm going to have up is going to be the maiden. I'll go ahead and stop recording so I can save you guys a little bit of time on watching. Hopefully you guys got all that. Remember, man, just hit us up if you got any questions. We can help you guys out. Hopefully this video's been this series has been helpful. Get a few people into it. Reminder: we're going to be having if you guys want to see something else built and stuff like that, this build with the bro. Hopefully we'll get a few more out. But yeah, appreciate everybody joining on. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.